Bro, I got a lot to say about this. I got a lot to say about this, and I'm ultimately gonna edit this into a video later where I actually go into it. But let me tell you something. Dopamine is one of the most disappointing album eras I've ever seen in my entire freaking life. This era was buns, like hot, sweaty. You just got out the gym buns, bro. How the heck are you gonna tease a debut album? And before I get into it, I want you to understand something. I want you to understand. I'm not directing this video at Normani because at this point we know the music industry is messed up and we know that there are so many things beyond the artist's control. And with Normani, Normani stinks. Let me explain. She stinks of label and industry politics and people that didn't want to see her succeed. Y'all, y'all, get your drinks. I know it's Monday morning, but guess what? Guess what? We on leave. We on leave. Take a sip of your drink. To get your wine, I got some Shiraz, some peppery ass Shiraz. Take a sip, and then we finna get into this. That was a gulp. That wasn't a sip. But you know what? For what I'm about to what I my Monique fingers, what I'm about to get into, I had to take a gulp. Bro, dopamine is the worst era ever, bro. It's the worst era. And I don't feel like it's Normani's fault. I really truly feel like with Normani, they didn't want her to be great. They didn't want to see her succeed. They didn't want her to ascend to the top like she was destined. You mean to tell, like, I might be crazy for saying this, but where Sabrina Carpenter is right now, I feel like Normani should be there. Why is Normani not there? Right? She should be eye to eye with people like Sabrina Carpenter. You know how Charlie XCX had her moment last year with Brat? We could have had that Normani with Normani 10 times over. And the thing about Normani is there was so much potential. There was like Normani studied at certain schools. You feel me? She studied at the University of Janet Demita Joe Jackson. She interned at the PR firm of Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter. Normani has what it takes to be one of the greats. But it just goes to show when the industry is against you, there's nothing that can be done. What did Beyonce say? She said, when Jesus says yes, who could say no? But sometimes the industry says no. Maybe that was Michelle who said that, but whoever said when Jesus says yes, sometimes I have to wonder, did Jesus say no to Normani? That's crazy to say. That's crazy to say. But let's get back on the topic of dopamine. Let's talk about the album that is Dopamine. Dopamine, a solid project. In terms of a debut project, Dopamine is nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, you should be proud of Dopamine. If I was Normani, I'll be proud of Dopamine. Now I'm not. I'm gonna be completely real with you. I don't listen to Dopamine anymore. I listened to it for the first month and then I never listened to it again. But with that being said, the quality of the songs is absolutely there. Take My Time, All Yours. Bro, we're going to pull up the track list in a second. But the thing about it is, I really, really, really want Normani to just come out and spill everything that was going on behind the scenes with Dopamine. Because what's so infuriating about Normani is the fact that she don't speak. She don't say what's going on. And I understand that because the music industry is a very spiteful, mean place. If Normani was to air her label out, oh, 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 we think it's bad now. We think it's bad now. Normani would literally never be able to show her face again if she aired out her label. Hold up, I'm gonna see if there's anybody in the chat. There's not. It is like super duper late, but that's okay. It's super duper late. But bro, This was such a solid debut project. And the thing about Normani, here's the thing. There's different kind of artists. You have artists like Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey is a songstress. She's a vocal based artist. When it comes to Mariah Carey, you want to hear vocals, you want to hear lyrics, the songwriting experience of it all. When it comes to an artist like Normani, a Janet Jackson, a Sierra, these are visual performance based artists, right? So with somebody like Normani, you need the stage performances, you need the music videos, you need the pop-up, well performed, well executed live performances that shock people because it's like, wow, girl. Because the thing is, Normani is, I can't say the word, but she's essing on a lot of y'all, a lot of female and male performers out here. Because in this day and age, somebody being a good performer is more important than it's ever been because people don't like in this day and age because our attention spans are so small. And y'all, I'm sorry I'm a little lit, but let me tell you something. This Shiraz that I was sipping on, it definitely put some confidence in your system. But with that being said, RCA not providing any visuals at all for Normani. There's bro, bruh, bruh, G. Can we touch on that? Can we talk about the fact that Normani is a visual artist, but when it comes to Dopamine in her debut album era, we didn't get not one music video? We don't have one music video? What sense does that make? Oh, let me answer that for you. It makes no sense at all. RCA, you know how Tory Lane's dad was like, Rock Nation, you will crumble and suffer. RCA, you will crumble and suffer. You won't because you have Doja Cat, and Doja Cat's keeping your lights on at RCA, and Chris Brown. Doja Cat and Chris Brown are keeping the lights on at RCA. But with that being said, y'all are still not right. Y'all are still not right because Normani is a visual artist, and you gave us no visuals. Labels know the kind of artists that they sign. They know who is who. If a label signs a vocalist, they say, okay, okay, girl, we're gonna put you in some pretty gowns, we're gonna put your ass on stage, and you gonna fucking sing. You a singer. Get your ass on stage, stand there. We're gonna get some backup dancers, we're gonna get a big screen with some fire, you're gonna stand there and sing, and that's gonna be it. But then you have artists like a Normani, where it's like you are the performance. You are everything. We are going to get you on stage, choreo, background dancers, pyrotechnic, whatever the pyro word is for fire that spouts up, screens on stage. We're going to get all that for you, bro. Normani had so much potential. And the thing is, I can't, and I'm going to make a video about this. We can't even fully blame RCA all the way because RCA, I know we like to dunk on them, as we should. We should dunk on RCA. Hey, she throwing ass. Hey. But nah, you're not doing it, bro. It's not working. I'm sorry. Just stop. Anyway, RCA tried with Normani, but they also didn't try with Normani. And I feel like 20 years from now, when it's time for the music documentary, wherever the music documentary is going to be, Normani's gonna spill. I just want her to be honest because it's like, girl, we know that you're going through it at RCA. The fact that dopamine had so much potential, like, and then oh, oh, how can I forget the singles that were picked? The fact that what's that song called? 149. Hold up, I'm gonna see if there's anything in the chat. No. The fact that when it came to Normani G, the fact that the single choices for dopamine were so bad. There were so many better single choices for dopamine, and what we got wasn't cool. They said 149 featuring Gunna. Like, yes, I understand that Gunna is a popular rap artist, but that song is so sleepy. Like, literally, I remember one time I was high, like gone. And I was listening to that song and it had me in a trance, like, uh, which is cool. but it's ultimately like that's not what we need for this era. And the thing about Normani is Normani wanted to make that sleepy, doped up, vibey R&B, which is just so we're past that. RCA wanted a pop star. There's so much more I could say about this. There's so much more I could say. I'm passionate about this because I just feel like when I see potential and it's not fulfilled, it irritates me. It irritates, excuse me. Oh my God, the demon was about to come out. It irritates me. So I'm going to make this into a video, but this is the live stream. Thank y'all for tuning in and let me know what you think about Normani and Dopamine because it's been a year since Dopamine. It's been a year. It's been a year. Oh, I have to hit end stream.